Alright, Chad, welcome to the show. I upset a couple of people on Twitter. This is why I got late. I am really sick and tired of this guy that keeps buzzing around my notifications like a fly around shit. And every single week or so, it's like, do you disavow grooms? Do you disavow? But like, do you disavow? And I had enough. And so I told him no, everything that Groups does, every single thing, and this is my official statement, David, every single aspect of Groups' life since he was born, up until now, and even after he dies, right? Like if he does something in heaven or hell, I will also avow. I am so sick and tired of this guilt by association bullshit, where you're not allowed to listen to someone or follow someone or retweet someone because they did a bad thing. I don't fucking care, okay? I'm not the police. I'm not the devil. I'm not Satan. I don't have a pitchfork in order to torture people in hell. It is not my job to make sure that society is sacred, okay? If someone does something bad, call the fucking cops. How about that? Anyway, no, it's just like a bad week. I had a bad week, and I keep seeing this constant bullshit that's coming in culture for the last 10 years, and it didn't make our society better, which is like, do you disavow? Do you disavow? It's like, what the fuck, am I his mother? No. I'm sick and tired of it. I avow everything. I'm the associator. I will associate with absolutely everyone. Every single person on earth. No exception. I associate. Unless it's a paraplegic, okay? If you're a paraplegic in a wheelchair, I don't associate with that because then I would be held responsible. But other than that, fucking go for it. Did Hitler die? Because I can't associate with Hitler. The ADL wouldn't like that. Hitler is dead. Okay, fine. So I can associate with everyone now. V. Have you even been? No, never. Not once. It's basically a form of cancel culture policing. Look, this is my statement about how I treat people. I don't do this whole thing, association, disassociation. I think it's childish. I think every human being has positive aspects and negative aspects. And so when I meet a person, I try to learn from the negatives in order to stay away from the negatives and make sure that I don't repeat the mistake. And I look at the positives, so I try to emulate them. And I try to copy them. And so I think this is a much more contextual, much more harmonious way of viewing life. A way that you don't go around to start police other people from other countries about who they retweet, who they like, who they follow. This is childish nonsense. Fucking hate it. It's time to stop. Am I wrong, though? I don't think I'm wrong. I think I'm absolutely right on this one. He is statistically past the point of being reasonably alive. I don't care. I don't care. Let's see. Who's here? We got Mod Diversity. We got Meh. We got Mike Savage. Welcome to the show. Feel yourself welcomed. While we're going to be talking today about Japan, about Square Enix. And there's also a couple more games that came out. One of them is Doom. I've been, like, the thing is, I don't have money to buy them right now. I need to wait for Google to send me money because it was tax season. Like, this month I paid taxes. So, exactly the month that I paid taxes, we got Doom, we got Stellar Blade, and I think, like, there's another game that came out. The one with the 33, right? Expedition 33. Haven't played any of them. But I've been told that Doom is bad. Is that correct? Has anyone played Doom? Chat, please let me know. Is it atrocious? Only thing I know is shorts from DSP. I have seen DSP shorts. It has him sniping around the corner, refusing to engage, playing like a polygon journalist, which apparently it's part and parcel of his game archetype. I'm not happy about Doom Dark Ages. I wanted more of the last two games. What is bad with Doom Dark Ages? A lot of people tell me it's bad. They took out glory kills and added sprint. But other than that, is it fun though? Okay, like, it doesn't have to be as fun as the last one. Is the combat interesting? Do you feel excitement? To be fair, I personally liked Doom 3. A lot of people hated it, but I really enjoyed it, and then they remade it and they ruined it. I want to know, the only game I'm excited for is In Elysium. Oh my goodness, Robot. Yeah. Still struggling. So much fucking content. I think, like, I allowed content creep to come up, and we got mountains of content. We managed to put I think it's more than 2/3 now of voice acting in it. And yeah, I should have paced myself with the project, but the game is going to be really good when it's actually out. I'll probably release a little bit of a teaser on Subscribestar on the introduction, and then I will release a demo. We'll start working on it, because apparently it's important. Like, having demos is good. Quake 2 Arena. Is it like Quake 3 Arena? I really hated Quake 3 Arena. I generally did. I don't know why so many people like that game. That was a game focused on the rocket launcher. Like, that was the only weapon that everyone used in that game. And I found it so fucking boring, because at the time you had Unreal, you had Half-Life, and I didn't understand why everyone is playing Quake 3. Awful game. Absolutely awful. I don't think I'm excited for anything this year. Well, let's see. There's Stellar Blade on the PC. Yeah, you're fucking right. That's it. That's it. That's the only thing. If you're into Street Fighter, there's Elena that's coming out. And that's it. That's the only games, right? Oh, no. You have the Chinese shit. There's the Chinese shit. The Chinese shit is GTA with anime girls. I don't know if it's a gacha game or not, but it looks pretty fucking dope. So, I just want people to reflect the fact that when a gacha game comes out, it looks actual better than most AAA games. This is where we're at. This is, Elden Ring, Night Ring, that is so awful. I seen the trailer for it. It's like, oh, you know what I always wanted in Elden Ring? Multiplayer. Yeah, surely not a cash cow. Surely not a way to take money from people by delivering abso-fucking-lutely nothing. Yeah, Elden Ring, the multiplayer one, absolutely awful. Don't support it. Don't recommend it. And again, you know, how many years has it been since Elden Ring came out? Like, I get it. It's a good game, sure. But are we going to talk about it in 2030? Like, are they not capable of making anything else? Make some other fucking games. Kingdom Hearts 3, absolute travesty. Yeah, this is where we're at. This is where we're at. It's so fucking sad, man. So fucking sad. So, for those of you that don't know, the whole reason that I decided to get a little bit upset was this particular image. So I'm looking at it, and I'm generally unable to believe what I'm seeing, because I'm having the exact same problems like you guys have. And I'm like, well, what games are coming out this year, right? And so I go through my favorite companies, and the first thing that I see is that there's not that many games. Like, there used to be, back in the golden era of video gaming, there used to be 5, 6 games coming out every single fucking month. And it was glorious. And now, you're looking at all these companies, and maybe they have like 2 or 3 games a year. Like, this is the absolute state, right? And there's 2 reasons for it. Number 1, the mobile market is dominating. Most games are made for mobile. Like, there's no reason to risk making a game on PC. It's too cost intensive when you can just make it on mobile and you can make more cash. But the other reason is that it's too expensive to make games now. And the games are expensive to make because the companies are idiotic. I generally don't know why anyone would spend like $300 or $400 million to make a game, but here we are. If anything, we know that a stylized game that focuses on gameplay and story can outsell, like, can make more profit than a Spider-Man 2 game. But, you know, it is what it is. I think, like, they just lack creativity. But I'm looking at Square Enix, right? And what do I see at Square Enix? For the next 3 years, like, this is their announcement, for the next 3 years, we got a reboot, and then we got the we got console ports. And so you gotta wonder, what is the creativity, man? Like what are the new games? What are the new IPs? What, like, really nothing for the next 3 years? Absolutely nothing. And you know what they do with the remakes and the console ports and shit? All they do is they censor more. This is, I made the video and I talked about this. When I saw that they hired the person to nerf Tifa's tits, that told me everything I needed to know about the company. Like, can you understand the level of bureaucracy that is there, to the point where they have a guy that looks at the tits of the character and they got too big? You cannot create anything. There is no person on earth that I know which has an ounce of creative spirit that wants to work like that. To the point where even the most minute detail, like the boobs of a character that's fully clothed, even those have to be. So, like, my point isn't that Tifa's tits were nerfed, because, like, you can install various mods, various add-ons, and you can make the milkers as big as you want. You can make the entire girl a tit if you want. That's not the point. It's the reasoning behind the nerf that's the problem. It's like, why did they do it? And so the moment you understand that, you understand the type of people that work there, and you know that, well, the death of creativity. And this is a Japanese company, right? First it was Sony, now it's Square Enix, and I unironically do not think that Japan is going to be able to create great products anymore. Like all they have is Capcom, and I expect that Capcom is going to fuck up too. You all keep buying remakes. Do you know why people buy remakes? Because that's a good point. You know, like, why do you buy remakes? There's nothing to buy, man. There's nothing to play. I do agree, though. You know, like, you have a point. I personally didn't buy it. I didn't buy Oblivion, right? But the reason people buy it is because all the other games are absolute dog shit. Every single one. And then when something does come out, it's nostalgic. It's like, hey, remember back then when they used to make good games? Like, don't you want to try it now with good graphics? The mods for Tifa are quite wonderful. I believe they are. Budget cuts are a travesty. It's not that the budget cut is the problem, you know? Because this is another thing that people don't want to understand. It's like, oh, you like Guning. You're a Gunier. You don't want to play a game because it doesn't have tits. It's like, no. I got nothing. Like, it's fine. You know, you can have a game without tits, but, like, the reason for nerfing the tits bothers me greatly. Like, why do you go against femininity? What exactly do you have a problem with? Yeah, the budgets did go to they, them. I do agree with that. Anyway. Hasan Piker got into some trouble. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see if I can find the video. There's a video with him where he is articulating. Ah, here we go. He was really upset.
Like, he always made it exactly who the fuck.
Hold on, I'll show you. I'll show you in a bit. Apparently, he believes that the Trump administration was monitoring him. Fucking hell.
He knew exactly who the fuck I was, but he was basically like, he always made it seem as though he was asking certain things.
Why is he laughing? See, this is one of the things that I notice a lot of progressives do. They talk about something that's supposed to be tragic or allegedly traumatize them, or they're very concerned, but they don't look concerned, you know? I mean, hold on, look here. Right? Why is he smiling? Why is he laughing while talking about how a TSA agent detained him?
He knew exactly who the fuck I was, but he was basically like, he always made it seem as though he...
Look. Why is he being so coy? Like, if you're going to tell me a horror story, show me how oppressed you are. Like, he took me in that back room and he held me and I was so scared I didn't know what to do. No human being should be placed in my position. That back room shouldn't exist. Every single Houthi that comes through the airport should just be able to go without the back room. You know, like show me some despair, show me some drama, show me some acting skills. What is with this? It's like, oh yeah, you know, like I got to the airport and they knew who I am, because like, of course they knew. I mean, who doesn't know who I am? I am Hasan Piker, motherfucker. I am Hasan Piker. The whole world knows who I am, right? So obviously he knew, obviously, and he took me. He took me into that back room, and you know what he did? He detained me. And I have a friend, and my friend said that when that happens, you need to ask, am I being detained? And I went like, am I being detained? And he said yes, and I was like, oh.
He was asking certain things that, after discovering in the process of that conversation, he would ask additional questions. So he kept saying, what do you do as a job? Do you talk?
And you're like, I do not know what I do. Do you not know who I am? Do you not know who my uncle is?
Talk about the news? And I was like, yeah, I talk about the news. And he kept saying, okay, so when you talk about the news, do you talk about the war? And I was like, what do you mean by that? He's like, do you talk about Trump?
To be fair, I'll give him this, okay? I'll fucking give him this. If you're an American and someone asks you, do you talk about the war? You can genuinely be baffled. Like this is one of the few exceptions when you can genuinely be baffled. It's like, which war? Because you don't fucking know, right? You're an American. Can be anywhere. It can be literally anywhere. So, like, I do agree where he's coming from with this.
And that was the first time where I was like, what the fuck is this question? Like, I literally straight up told him.
They're trying to find you if you're a terrorist sympathizer, Hasan. Maybe it has to do with your content, okay? Like, let's stop being coy. Let's stop pretending we don't know what the fuck is going on. You went on Fox News with the fact that you said not only that America deserved 9/11, this is your saying, right? Like, this is what you said, and it went on Fox News. But then you also threatened sitting senators. You also had the Houthi on your stream, and now you're being detained at an airport, and it's like, oh, I don't know what's happening. Well, gee, Hasan, I wonder what could have triggered that. You know, and I genuinely do wonder, because I don't fucking know. You did like 3 or 4 different things. It's very difficult, you know? I guess we can pick one, and we can pretend that's the one, but like, we wouldn't know for sure. Maybe it's the Houthi on the stream, maybe it's you picking on Dan Crenshaw, maybe it's the 9/11 joke. I don't fucking know. I don't know. Either one could have been.
I was like, why are you asking me this?
Yeah, I mean, I just sympathize with terrorists on the stream. I don't know why you're asking me this. If they're not asking you, then who, Hasan? Who?
Like, I was like, what does this have to do with anything? Yeah, they asked me about my fucking Twitch bans, chat. It's not even a joke. They asked me about fucking Twitch chat.
I mean, my brother in Christ, if you have a terrorist on a stream, they wanted to know, did they ban you for that? Because now they would have justification. Now they would be like, okay, so a major corporation looked at your channel and they too thought that that is problematic, right? So you can't gaslight them at that point. Because maybe, you know, up until then, they were confused. And they were like, okay, so maybe he's not guilty. Maybe you know, not guilty. Maybe we shouldn't detain him. Maybe he didn't do anything, right? He's just a Twitch streamer. Remind us, why did Twitch ban you? You know, like maybe that's how the conversation went.
Like Twitch bans. The reason for why they're doing that is, I think, to try to create an environment of fear, to try to get people like myself, or at least like others.
Oh my goodness, because you are the embodiment of safetyism, Hasan. I remember when Sargon of Akkad, you know, was running for EMP and they were doing literally the same shit to him. Like, you would see an article in the mainstream media and they would give his credentials, right? It's like banned from Twitter, banned from YouTube, ban. It's almost like it was a rap sheet. You know, like, look how bad this person is. But I didn't see Hasan come out and have these arguments. It's like, oh, they're trying to create an environment of fear.
that would be in my shoes that don't have that same level of
No one would be in your shoes, Hasan. Not a single person can fit your shoes because most people do not support terrorists on the stream. Most people do not have hoodies on a fucking stream, Hasan. See, like, this is the problem. Yes, I do try to empathize, you know? I try to understand how is it like to be detained at an airport. And then I wonder, would I ever support terrorists on the stream? No, okay, so I can't empathize with that. I generally cannot put myself in your shoes. It's physically impossible for me.
security to shut the fuck up. And for me, I'm going to use the privilege that I have in that moment to try and see what the fuck they're doing. Okay?
They're interrogating a suspicious person, Hasan. Christopher Kitting, thank you for the €5. I appreciate it. As long as Steam publishes indie games, PC will always be the master race. I do agree. Check out Schedule 1V if you haven't already. Look, for the love of Christ, I don't have money. Well, now I do. I have €5. But, I'm not like Hasan. I'm not rich. I'm not wealthy. Okay? There are games that I want to play in this particular order. Stellar Blade, Doom, and then Expedition 33. And seeing how Hasan is being upset because he's got detained at an airport. Despite the fact that Hasan regularly pays taxes to the US government, but also California, which has taxes on tax. Every single thing has taxes on taxes now. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm in the European Union. But here, even the taxes have a tax, okay? So, I'm not really surprised about what you just said. Yeah, but like, here's the thing. What's his name? Callum, right? Like, Callum, he was talking about how he got detained. And the thing is, like, I understood why it happened, and I also understood why it sucked. Like, okay, if you're going to travel to Afghanistan, and you're going to travel to Russia, and you're a British person, especially when the United Kingdom is in hostile relationship with the Russians, yeah, I kind of understand why they would stop you at the border and ask a couple of questions, right? But when you're Hasan Piker, and you know what you did on stream, and the reason I know he knows is because it was reported in the mainstream media. It wasn't a local newspaper, right? It wasn't some fucking rag. It was on Fox News that, like, everyone knows. He knows. I mean, you can't go like, oh, why are they stopping me? What happened? Henry V. Is that the one that murdered his wife? Huh? Is it Henry V that divorced, murdered? Like, there's one of them. Thank you for the 10 Florences. Have a tenny. Are Florences from Hungary? No, they have euros, right? Hungary is, right now, is saber rattling. That's what they call it. Saber rattling. Is posturing. They're posturing against Ukraine. And every single time I go on Twitter, I see people, oh my goodness, it's happening. It's happening. You'll see Hungary go into Ukraine. I'm like, dude. Are you fucking insane? In what world? Them and what army? Them and what army? It's like, do they move their 3 tanks into Ukraine? Like, what do they expect? It's like, dude, like, Ukraine will just take a little break from Russia to BTFO Hungary. Like, they will be in Budapest by tomorrow. Yeah, like, I don't even understand, the people that are fear-mongering, like try to fear-monger with something that makes sense. But yeah, like there are a couple of, for those of you that actually look at the news, Ukraine apparently, Hungary apparently sent some spies into Ukraine in order to figure out, like, invasion routes and shit, and now they're moving their troops on the border. And it's like, yeah, because, like, they got elections, if I'm not mistaken. Like they need to impress their people. It's what Viktor Orban does. You know, a little bit of nationalism, us versus them type of shit. And there are, like, some minorities, minority places in Ukraine. And basically what he wants to do is give them more rights. Okay, fine. But, like, they don't have an army. Like, they're a small nation. Alright? It's not the Hungary of medieval time. They don't have Transylvania. They don't have what to muster. Like, unironically, the Ukrainians would BTFO them. Even with the shortage of manpower, even like, right? They wouldn't need the European Union. Like, the Ukrainians themselves would bitch slap them all the way back to Budapest. I don't understand. It's like, do people not check a little bit? Like, all you have to do is to go on Wikipedia and look at the number of military that Hungary has. They have like 5 tanks and a carriage. Like, you rattle a saber in the woods. Does it make a sound? I think it makes a wooden sound, doesn't it? Like, huh? Totokaka, welcome to the show. Yeah, the green t-shirt. The green t-shirt, say what you want about him, but he would BTFO Hungary all the way back. I mean, he would probably BTFO Hungary so hard that they would end up in Poland. 5 tanks I can. I'm actually curious. Okay, let me check. Let's compare the let's compare the Hungarian forces with the Ukrainian ones, right? Let's actually see. Hungarian military versus Ukrainian. All right. So, give me that cool table. I want table, ChatGPT. If you're not giving me tables, you're not giving me what I want. For fuck's sakes, give me that cool table. For fuck's sakes. Oh no, not. What the fuck is there to analyze? It's thinking. I broke the bot. You know what ChatGPT is? I finally figured it out. Oh, there we go. It's a glorified autocorrect. Right. So look at this. Okay? We got active personnel of Ukraine, 500,000 versus 30,000 from Hungary. We got 40 to 50 billion defense budget on Ukraine versus 2.5 on Hungary. They got 44 tanks, chat. It's fucking adorable. 44 tanks. Artillery. This is actually important. Did you know that 80% of the death in war is due to artillery? By the way, do you guys know how modern war is? Like, what happens if you get conscripted? So, if you fight in a war, especially in a trench war, like the one in Ukraine, I want you to imagine this, right? You get drafted, you get a little bit of training, and then you're left in a ditch. Like, that's it. You're in a trench. And you stay in that trench for maybe like 5-6 months. God knows. They're supposed to rotate you, but they don't fucking care. And then there's artillery fire, and you die. That's it. That's war. Alright? Like, you get trench foot, you sit with the rats, you take a piss in a bucket, and then there's artillery fire. Now, if you're lucky, it doesn't hit you. There's no skill. There's no, level of bravery or anything like that. It's just like, if the artillery fire comes, hopefully it doesn't hit you. Now, if it doesn't hit you, after the artillery comes the assault. And that's when your level of skill actually may matter a little bit. But no, that's pretty much war. Another thing that you can do in war is if you're an artillery guy. So, you're driving the artillery truck or a loader or anyone like that. You launch the artillery and then you get the fuck out because you're going to get counter battery, right? So, is there some skill involved? Kinda, I guess, right? Because like when you launch the artillery, you ping on the radar and they're launching artillery back at you. It's kind of like a chess. And so, You just follow orders there. Like you don't really get to fight it where you want and shit. Like you're told. And so like there is a skill involved in fighting it fast and moving the fuck out of there. What else you got? Drone operator. Drone operator actually is skill based. If you play video games and you got really good spatial awareness, they may actually give you a role as a drone operator. The problem is everyone wants to be a drone operator. Like that's the thing that everyone wants to be. And so competition is kind of high, and usually people that are rich or have connections and they bribe their way to become a drone operator. Being a drone operator is kind of safe because you're behind enemy lines, but if they kind of figure out where you are, you get artillery strike. And so that's pretty much what war is, you know, don't get artillery strike. And it doesn't really matter what you do. It's all RNG, like literally RNG Jesus. That's modern warfare. Jacob. To have an idea, the Hungarians sent spies to find out how they're going to react, how the Ukrainians from those areas are going to react if they send troops. Again, they're not going to send shit. The difference between the armies is colossal. But not only that, the Ukrainians, not only are they in combat, so they have veterancy and experience, but imagine how pissed off they would be. I just want you to imagine from a level of 1 to 10, if you attack them while they're defending their motherland and they've been bleeding for several years, and you try to backstab them, imagine from like 1 to 10 how honorable the combat will be between you and them. Like, it's not going to do shit. Drone operators are also usually not part of certain regiments or even military branches. Typically, drone operators that are using the large drones that are technically planes are in the Air Force. We're not talking about that, right? Like, so in Ukraine, they have a lot of drones. It's not the big ones. It's like even small drones and shit. And those are by soldiers, usually very close to the front. They even have drones with optic cable. They look so fucking funny. It's ridiculous. But like, yeah, there's a drone that's literally having a cable attached. And I didn't understand why they would do that until it hit me. It's like, oh, that drone cannot be hijacked. Like, you can't disable it because it's literally a remote control drone, right? Like, kind of like a remote control car. Apparently, the downside is that you can't fly it in the woods. It gets tangled out around the trees. Yeah, there's like soldiers on the front. You can apparently like even fly a drone now from literally the front trench. Like they have these VR helmets and they can fly drones. It's pretty cool. Fly-by-wire is the terminology. Why do you know this shit? And why is it that I never can have a useless piece of trivia that would awe the chat? They would be like, holy shit, V, I didn't know that. That would be so cool. Every single time I come up with like the most bizarre trivia, people go like, it's called fly-by-wire. Oh, great. The drone operators are treated by the way the snipers were treated in the past. I personally don't know. I would assume so, I guess. Or probably not. I have no idea. They don't really catch them, right? Like the drone operators are behind the enemy line to the point where if they do catch them, they get artillery strike. Like they can't really get captured. I think it happened a couple of times that they got captured, but I don't know if it's the same like snipers, to be honest, because it's skill-based in a way. And in the other way, their side uses them a lot as well. I think it's more like pilots. But I could be wrong. I have no idea. We'll find out after the war. Fun fact, mercenaries are not covered under the Geneva Convention. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, apparently it's not fly-by-wire. Okay. See? Chat has gaslit me into not knowing the correct terminology. And up to this moment, I still don't know. Groom said that I made them mad. Yeah. Well, I did. People are... Why are people so upset every single time I make a video talking about Christianity? Why are they really disappointed about it? I thought that my last video was pretty fucking good. I thought I was spot on with a couple of issues. And the thing that really pisses me off is that people compare me with the woke right guy. It's like, dude, I don't even know what woke right is. Like, what the fuck? All I know is that Melody Mac exists. I don't know if she's woke right. I think she's just fucking woke. And she went after my video game, so punishment needs to be dispensed. But like, other than that, I don't know what woke right is. Yeah, but that's the thing, you know, it's not religion. Because I specifically targeted exactly what I'm talking about. Like, this time, there's no confusion. Like, I said there are people that are seeking order and meaning into their life, and they embrace the aesthetic. You know, the Jesus with guns, the Jesus that has laser eyes, right? And they're fighting degeneracy. Like, that's not theology. That's not like deep, full, meaningful stuff. They're not going to church. They're not doing Bible classes. It's like the 40K Jesus in power armor, you know? And I said, it's like, okay, it's fine. But I hate the cancel culture aspect of it. Like, I don't care if you're on the right or on the left. Just don't fucking cancel culture. It's not that fucking hard. Don't cancel culture. It's simple. V is a religious maniac. He just can't stop talking about his beloved Christianity every video he does. I must talk about Christianity. I'm compelled. Everyone on Twitter has to have laser eyes. No, actually, the laser eye thing is gone, right? Like, it used to be in vogue in 2018, especially. And then it went away. By the way, speaking of laser eyes, I remember that JF exists. Like, he was the one that used laser eyes in every thumbnail. What happened with JF Did the police capture him? Because I understand he was on the lam for a while. I understand that he was taunting the Canadian police, saying that they can't get him. Am I correct? Is this what happened? Does anyone know the lore? Do people even know who I'm talking about? Apparently not. Wow, holy shit. People don't know JF 2016 Trump meme started the laser eyes? Probably. JF is still posting on Twitter? No fucking way. No fucking way. Is he though? I'm checking. I can't find him. I think he may have gotten banned. Yeah, the guy with the potato. Well, see, you say the guy with the wife. But last time I read about it in the papers, like you know, it's a good shit, right? When you read about a content creator in the papers, his wife is missing for more than a year, apparently. Well, actually, it's like 2 or 3 years now, probably, right? And people think he did it. People think... No, seriously, Google it. Yeah, it's missing in the woods. So again, for those of you like this is really interesting. There was a stream that he made, and in that stream, the wife just comes out and she's a little bit emotional. Says that he is trying to kill her. She's not making a lot of sense. She seems distressed, right? And she's like, "Oh, you're trying to kill me, JF." Okay, and then she's gone. She is removed from the picture, like no one knows. Again, if memory serves, because like this happened a long time ago, but I think like the sequence of events is pretty accurate to what I'm saying. And so he says, and this is beautiful, that she wanted to go, and so he left her in the woods so that she can go on an adventure. Wanted to take her on an adventure. It's what she does. She sometimes goes on an adventure. And then like there's another stream where he gives an interview, and he talks with autistic detail on how he would get away with murder. Like, if I would do it the way that I would do it. Christopher Kitting, thank you for the €5. To be fair, V, some of my favorite Christian channels make the same point as you about people online cosplaying as crusaders. But see, the point is that I actually do speak with priests in real life. I don't know why people are shocked about this, but I did study theology. Not officially, not at a university, but out of curiosity. So I think like I'm pretty accurate when I talk about certain things. Now, I'm just observing reality. I'm not casting judgment. I'm not starting a movement. I'm not managing to stop anyone, right? Like, I don't do cancel culture or any of that shit. I'm just telling how things are. It's like, this is how I feel it. The Canadian government was trying to kidnap Papa JF. Oh. JF is bragging about how he escaped the government trying to kidnap him. Yeah, it's called getting arrested, right? Like, apparently, if you're suspected for a murder, usually this can happen if your wife goes missing for more than a couple of months. Usually, like, give or take a year, right? If your wife is missing for a year, and you go on a stream and you explain on how you would commit murder and get away with it, and before that, she also said, it's like, oh, he's trying to kill me. And usually when that happens, yeah, the police kind of kidnaps you. It's called getting arrested and under an investigation. Right? They're trying to investigate you. Yeah, no, I can understand. I understand why it would happen. Now, if he wants to explain to the world how he managed to escape an investigation, I mean, that's interesting. What can I say? Maybe we can have a Netflix documentary and a black guy can play him in 5 years. But I don't know if he's confused by why would it happen. You know, it's not like a Kafka trial or something where you don't know. Sorry about it. Anyway, I find it easier to convert those who are LARPing as Christian or cosplaying as Crusader and get them to attend church. This is what ChatGPT actually said, right? Like they said to deconvert a Christian, a digital Christian, the best thing is with actual Christianity. The reason people embrace the Christian aesthetic, because this is what digital Christianity is. It's like you embrace the aesthetic, but you don't actually believe. You don't read the Bible. You don't know the stories. You just join a Discord group, right? And you post these types of memes while harassing others. And so one of the best ways to get them to stop is to unironically preach Christianity to them. What you don't want to do is use atheist, Reddit atheism on them. It's absolutely useless, right? Because they're not interested in the Christian aspect. They're interested in the community, in belonging, in order, in power. That's why they're there. They're not there in order to talk about Jesus. Right? Like, Jesus is probably 10% of what they do. You keep hearing Christian? Isn't Christian religious as well? I think he is. Or she. She is religious, huh? She is religious. JF literally said he had let loose his wife into the wild. And is frustrated that people ask questions. In my country, leaving someone into the woods is a potential crime. Because it's not safe. Right? I mean, think about it. Let's assume it wouldn't be a crime. And you're driving with someone, like they're willingly in your car, right? And you drop them off in the mountains or someplace. If it's not a crime, you can actually kill someone that way, right? Like, you drive in the middle of the wilderness, right? Like, imagine this. You're driving in the middle of Nevada desert, And, you know, like the person next to you willingly got into the car, so no crime there, you're not kidnapping, you're not abducting, but you're just driving into the Nevada desert, and then you kick them out of your car. Right now, it's your property, like legally you are allowed to kick them out of your car, but if you kick them out in a place that's dangerous, normally that's a crime. I don't know if it's the same in the United States or if it's the same in Canada, but like it should be common sense, right? It should be the same like if you're on a boat and you push the person off and you're like, well, it's my boat, get the fuck out, you know? Honestly, I think this is just something characteristic of young people in general. They have a lot of vitality and feel the need to change the world. No, man, no, like this wasn't the case back in the day. Let's stop pretending that there's no other way to operate the world unless people are always on edge and they always go after others and they're constantly engaging in cancel culture and shit. Back in my day, young people became emos. And they went into the graveyard and they fucking listened to emo music. And Papa Roach. Why don't people listen to Papa Roach anymore, huh? To be fair, they are listening to Kanye West. I gotta say, I saw Hatsune Miku, Kanye West interpretation. It changed me, chat. It transpired me. It made me experience catharsis. JF is bragging on his streams how he escaped the authorities. They are actual Karens following his case and researching. Oh. You mean like actual Karens? Like women? Like he got a posse of women after him? There was like a lady that actually got killed by a bear recently. The internet made fun of her. Like, I gotta say, getting killed by a bear, probably one of the worst ways to go. I mean, there are probably a few worse. Bears are absolute assholes. Like, they don't kill you before eating you. Like, you can be alive and they just, you know. Anyway. The problem is that she got killed by a bear, and she was probably not even part of the meme. Like, she probably didn't even know about it, but the internet laughed nonetheless. And so, like, imagine this situation. There's, like, a meme going on, completely tangential to your existence. You don't even know about it. But then you die, right? You just fucking die, because it happens. People die. And you die, and everyone makes fun of you because of the meme. And you didn't contribute to it. You didn't do anything. I would hunt those people. Like, I would become a ghost and I would hound them. If that happened to me. Video games aren't doing well, but I'm playing Wuthering Waves. And it's doing pretty good. Well, the thing is, like, there's no games coming out from any of the major companies now. And the main issue is that the major companies, they're only doing sequels and remakes. And reboots. And so there's no more creativity, and that's quite concerning. The emos were testing the boundaries of their time. Yeah, but they were testing... See, okay. Made a video and I talked about it. What's the difference between a culture back then and a culture now, right? Back then, you would go on the internet, and let's say you find a forum for emos. Because you like emo shit. And what do the people on the emo forums do? They create stuff. They're creative individuals. What are they creating? Well, they're sharing fashion. They're sharing the way they dress. They're talking about music. They're sharing lyrics. They're sharing lyrics that they composed. Maybe you have like an off-topic forum, but like basically people are creating stuff, right? And that was like on every single forum that you went. You went to a Dragon Ball forum that talked about anime. And people are sharing intellectual conversations about who would win between Trunks and Goten. People are sharing fan service of Bulma. People are discussing the latest saga. That's what they called it back then. It wasn't a season, it was a saga. But basically, like, people were creating stuff. They were creating fan service, right? And let's compare it to a Discord server now that's into social justice. What do? They constantly attack others. The thing that they create is cancel culture. That is their creativity. They create accusations, gossip, slander, attacking others, and then talking to others about the joy of destroying other people. Because these types of ideologies, like ideologies that require submission from the entire human race, can only exist as long as you have an other. And in the case of the left, is the bigot, the transphobe, the degenerate. Like, they wouldn't be able to exist if they didn't have these things, because that's what causes cohesion. Everyone hates each other in their group. They have no shared interests. They're bad people. They dislike each other. But the only thing that keeps them united is the other. And the Goths didn't have that. The people that like Dragon Ball didn't have that. And so, if you have an ideology that is not self-sustaining without another, I think your ideology is absolute shit. That doesn't mean that, there aren't ideologies out there that can use another every now and then. Like, for instance, the black metal community, right? They would constantly give the middle finger to the Christians. Why? Because the Christians wanted to shut them down. Like, the Christians constantly justify why they don't like them, why they're bad. And so, there's so much a person can take until they give the middle finger. And so, yeah, like, they had another, but, like, even without Christians, they were able to survive, right? But if you look at a social justice person and you ask them, well, could you survive without the bigot? The answer is no. Like, they would not be able to cope without the bigot. There's nothing that their ideology produces to the world unless the bigot exists. That's true of every side of the modern internet. Even you, most of your content is condemning other people. No, that's not true. Like, if I didn't have people to condemn, I would just make a video game. And even without condemning people, I usually just make fun. I stopped condemning people since, I think, like, 2019. It doesn't mean that I never do it. I do it occasionally. But, like, if you look at most of my videos, it's not actually condemning people. It's just making fun of shit. And by the way, like, condemning people is fine, but engaging in cancel culture is the problem. Like, when you have an ideology that just, like, constantly focuses on canceling other people. The reason it's not sustainable is because the fire burns bright, but it burns away. Human beings aren't equipped to be in a constant state of hostility. This is why woke ideology failed. Like, most people burn out after a while. You can't make enemies of the entire world. You cannot be constantly outraged. You cannot be constantly offended. Eventually, you burn out. And so, people that are chill and are more zen, they last longer. I'm criticizing, not calling for canceling or censorship. Well, thank you, Nightmare. See, like, at least someone knows the difference. Yeah, like, calling for canceling and censorship. If you look at that Chika, that attacked Kirsche, right? Like, they were trying to target her sponsors. They were trying to target the people that they like. I don't do that. I never said go after someone's sponsors. I never said, oh, this person should be banned. People make fun of low-paying jobs. Is it that condemning? I'm playing new games every month. Same with movies. The big ones are trash. I wonder if we're ever going to get good entertainment again. Like, I actually looked throughout history and I tried to find if there was another time when people suffered like we do with no entertainment, and honestly, I can't find any. Except, like, during the war. Like, during World War I and World War II, people made fewer movies. I wonder why. But other than that, no. Hold on, I got something about Jerry P. Let me check. Oh, I got his Twitter. In 2018, I published the theory of phenotypic revolution. The final answer to the most important unanswered question of biology, how life emerges. why genetic layers exist, and how we relate to viruses phylogenetically. Since then, our public thinkers, instead of accepting the truth of the theory, have simply stopped talking about relevancy and about biology. What a shame. It might have still take decades before the theory is recognized as the only way DNA-based life can have emerged. The current generation of cowards will have to die and leave the place to more truth-seeking ones. Ooh. And when I scroll down, I notice he's got a posse of people that remind him of certain events. Right. They did write a strong woman character. Oof. You seen Kino Casino covering JF lately? Man, I haven't watched them in ages. I should catch up. You remember the dramatic breakup between me and JF? I don't know if we broke up. I think like I was on a stream, but I don't think I broke up. I just stopped engaging after a while because like when they started saying that me and Sargon were furries and we were doing Butsieks. And I'm like, dude, Sargon is married. I have a girlfriend. What the fuck? And the implication was that we knew each other like 12 years before I started my YouTube channel. And I was like, all right, well, these people are desperate for content. Let me help them by not giving them anything. And so they were really upset when I stopped showing on the streams. Anyway, I'll think I'll end it here because I'm getting really tired. I need to go to sleep because my wife is going to wake up early in the morning, and I need to take her to the dentist. So thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it, especially for the super chat. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care.